everyone, so I am going to be doing a makeup tutorial today, and I'm going to be using a palette I bought not too long ago, probably about a week ago, and it is from Kmart. It is the BYS eyeshadow palette, the Nude 2 palette. They have a nude one and complete like knockoff kind of thing of the Urban Decay, but when they're very expensive you don't want to spend too much money on makeup, and if there's good dupes out there, then why not? This is what the palette looks like here. It does have a mirror under here, but I just left it on there just to keep it clean. I haven't even looked at it really. Someone was saying that the mirror was really bad, but I don't think it's bad at all. Like, it's not warping my face. Oh wait, only when I press on it does it warp my face, but if I don't like put my fingers on it, the mirror is not too bad. But this is the colours of them. That's what it looks like there. I don't know what shades these are meant to be copies of in the Naked 1 and 2, but it's obviously not Naked 3. I mean, maybe these two end shades here before the black one are kind of duplicated from a Naked 3 palette, but the rest are kind of like, to me, it looks like Naked 1 and 2. Even though I don't have it, but from the pictures and that, it looks like Naked 1 and 2. So that's them there. The only thing that really like bugs me a little is the smell. It smells like Play-Doh, but like I've worn this palette, I've worn the shadows in this palette twice. I've done a look twice with it. So I've played around with it a little bit, and like honestly, the black in it, it's called Midnight, and it is black. Like, I'm saying extremely black, like, and it doesn't blend out to nothing kind of thing. Like, doesn't blend out to like a grey brownie cut, like a light to a dark grey colour. It just stays really pigmented and black, so that's a good thing. These two shades here, which is what I'm going to do my look on, they are amazing. Like, all the rest of them are pretty good too, but like they stay on. I was worried that they were going to like really fade out and have nothing on my eyes halfway through dinner thing that I went to when I wore this. I got home and it was probably 11 o'clock, and I looked at the time and I was like, holy crap, it is still, and I put it on probably about 5 in the afternoon, and so it was still going strong, and I was like, that's pretty good for a 15, I think it was like $14.75 or something, so $15 palette from Kmart is where I got this from. The only thing is, when I was buying this, I noticed that this shade here was also black. So I looked behind and then I found this one. You know, there's plenty of others, but the one that was on at the front had like a black shade on both sides, so the Midnight, and then the Morning was black as well. But no, overall, if you're looking for just a cheap knockoff of the Urban Decay palettes, then go out and get this. I mean, it's pretty much exactly like the Models Prefer eyeshadow palettes. No, but the BYS eyeshadow palette is really good. I really like it so far. I've only played with it, you know, 3 times. Those 3 times, like, the eye look is just amazing, so I thought I may as well do a video on it and just show anyone who's interested, you know, what potential this palette has. So I'm going to get on with it. I'm going to do my eyes first. So because I'm doing my eyes first, I'm going to use a primer, an eye primer, and this is the Benefit Stay Don't Stray. But I'm going to use this shade here, and it is like a neutral light brown. It is a light brown colour, good for transition colour. That sounds so like Asian. It is a colour that is good for the transition for this eye look. So it is called VIP, and I'm going to use that. Going to apply that with a I'm going to use the Coastal Scents Pro Blending Fluff to apply that into my crease. I'm actually thinking of wearing this look to my friend's wedding, because I'm doing my own makeup, because it is just a very simple wedding. They already had a wedding in Thailand because my friend is Thai, so they're having a simple wedding here. Well, not exactly simple, it's only 50 people going, but yeah, they didn't want to have a big wedding because their wedding in Thailand was pretty big. And yes, I am the bridesmaid. So just blending that out, making sure there's no harsh lines. I'm just going to go in with this brush here. It is just like a one off eBay, but I'm just using that to blend out the top so there's no harsh lines on top, and it's all blended out and has a nice gradient effect to it. I'm going to take this one here that's called Photo Op. I'm going to take Photo Op. It doesn't really matter, them shades are pretty similar. One's just a little bit more warm tone than the other one, but I'm using Photo Op and it's just a little bit more cool toned. And putting it on a, what is this? I'm putting it on a Real Techniques domed shadow brush and just putting it on the outer V. Kind of just doing like the last quarter or last third of the eye. Next I'm going to go in with this little e.l.f. brush, and it is the e.l.f. Professional Eye Crease Brush. I'm just taking the black rod on the end, and it is called Midnight, on that e.l.f. brush, and putting that in on the outer V. You see how pigmented that is? And I've literally just tapped that into the palette, into the shadow, like one little tiny tap. And dragging it up into my crease. And kind of blending it into that gold we put on just before. I'm going to take this blending brush here from before and just blend that across to the middle of my eyelid, but not taking it that way, just blending it back and forth. I'm just going back between the e.l.f. one and this one. With the e.l.f. one to pack on, this one just to blend out. So I'm just going through my crease. Now I'm going to take some of that first shade, that VIP shade, on that brush. And just use that to help blend out. Although it's blending up pretty well, I just want to blend out a little bit more towards the inner corner. Okay, so now I'm on to the same steps as this eye. I'm going to go in with this BH Cosmetics flat shaded brush. Any shaded brush will do. I'm going to go in with this shade right there. And it is called D Floor. Like literally, it has D and then floor. I think it's meant to say dance floor, but I couldn't fit it in. So they just said D Floor. Real smart. So I'm just going to take that shade and put it all over my eyelid where I haven't put any colour. And pack it on there. I'm going to go in with the Sigma E55 brush. Colour here, and it's called Selfie. And that is going to be my brow highlight. Just going to blend that so it's no harsh lines. Before I go into anything else, I am going to do my foundation. So first I'm going to prime using the Benefit the Professional. I'm just using these makeup wipes. They are the Cora brand from Aldi, and I absolutely love them. They are amazing. They're pretty damn good, and they're like so cheap. So if you have an Aldi near you, go get it. Get on that. Okay, now I'm going to just fill in my pores. I got some big ones. I'm going to do my foundation, and I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match Foundation in Golden Ivory W1. And I was going to use my Real Technique sponge, but I'm going to use my little angled flat top. So I'm just going to conceal because of just, even though it's so late, who cares? I'm going to use the LA Pro Conceal in Natural. And I'm going to use the Real Techniques Essential Foundation brush to blend that out. Okay, so that's all concealed and doesn't look so weird. I'm going to go on and do my brows now, and for that I'm going to use the same thing I always do, and that is the Models Fur Brow Liner Pencil in medium, and it is getting a little low. But I also like to use the Maybelline, this one, the Bright Brow Pencil from Maybelline. The Maybelline one is a bit more waxy, but this is just like kind of eyeliner, not really that, but like it's not as waxy, it's just like a colour kind of thing. It doesn't hold on the hairs or anything like that, so I just use that to go outline my brows and then kind of draw the shape. And then so when I've got them kind of like that, I'll go with this and just lightly just draw over them very, very lightly. And this one's like this brow's further back. I don't know if you probably could, but this brow's further back than this one. This one comes right into, but it does make a difference. So I'm just going to draw the brow a bit closer. It does look a bit squared off, but I take the end of this, or eyebrow spoolie. I'm just going to use the end of the brush, which is an eyebrow spoolie, and brush that out. And so my brows look like that. The more you brush it out, the more like natural and lighter it will become and feathered out. But that's how I like it. I really brush this part out so it looks like it's like a gradient effect, how your brows are meant to look kind of thing. They're meant to be more sparse at the front, kind of like this one is. That's how it naturally is. But this one, because it's further back, I've just got to create it. but that's that brow. I want to know like what everyone thinks about having darker brows with blonde hair, because my eyebrows super, like you can see my natural hair colour there, like on my regrowth. So it is the same colour as my, when I have a bit of regrowth it doesn't look bad, but when I've just gotten my brow, my hair, my roots touched up, it looks so weird, like having such a blonde colour. That's really brassy. Yeah, having such blonde hair with the dark eyebrows. Like I see some girls pull it off having like super dark eyebrows with super bleached blonde hair, and like they look amazing. But I'm on the fence about bleaching my eyebrows. I don't know if I should or just keep it natural, because this is my natural colour. It's not like I make it any darker than what they are. Actually the brow pencil is lighter than my brows, so no one can get up me for darkening my brows. So there's my brows there. Let me know what you think of like the colour of my brows, because it's a bit more, they're a bit more warm tone now than my brow, but than my hair colour. But my brow, like the brow pencil I use is not darker than my brows, so I don't know. So to set my under eye powder, I'm going to use my new baby. This is the AC On Tour or Australis Contour. See, I never realised this. It has A for Australis and then the C On Tour as well as Contour. I didn't realise that until someone pointed it out to me on, well, until I watched a video where she was saying, I don't know what it's called, you know. I was like, oh, that's why it's called the AC On Tour palette, because it has Australis Contour palette. Okay, anyway, so this is the Australis AC On Tour palette, and it is like, it is pretty much like a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills. So it's got like, you know, the banana shade, which that's what, you know, everyone loves in that palette. I don't have it, but I really want it. But I'm just settling for this now. But yeah, so I'm going to use these two shades to set mainly this one under my eyes. And I'm going to use my Real Technique setting brush. Put a bit of product on there and set under there. Like I am the lightest shade in the L'Oreal True Match colour, and it doesn't look like the what is it? Oh, the Ben Nye banana powder is like too orange on my skin. Like I still wanna, I can still use it when I'm tan, but when I'm really light, it just, I don't know if I have to work with it more or what, but it just doesn't look good. For the rest of the face, I'm gonna go on with this shade here. It's the first shade in the palette. I don't know what it's, if it has a name or not, but I'm going to use that to kind of set my nose and my chin. Okay, so next I'm going to take this new brush I got. It's the Models Prefer highlight and contour brush, and I haven't used it for this yet, but I thought why not. And everyone says to use like this shade here in the middle because it's got a grey undertone to it to contour, but I just think it made me look so muddy. Like me being light, it made me look so muddy. So maybe when I'm tan it'll look better. And I tried using this shade because it looked lighter. It looked a bit more brown than this. This one's a bit more warm tone, where this is a bit more cool toned, when this is super cool toned. But both of those shades there made me look so muddy. So I've been using this one here, and so far if I just use a really light hand, it works really well with my skin. So I just get the tiniest bit on my brush, you can probably just see that, and then I like squish it into the top of the palette. Just get as much off as possible, so we're putting a little bit on it first, and then contour. You can already see like I am doing that super light, and you can already see how well that's going. And I had like literally nothing on my brush. Now I'm just going to go in with this BH Cosmetics brush. It's a, don't even know, all over face brush or something brush. I don't know what it was called, and I'm just going to like push into the skin and kind of drag it as well. And go around in circles, just because that's a bit more dense, where that's a bit more fluffy. Just really just buff it in a bit more. So look how natural that looks. I don't know if it's looking natural on camera, but in the mirror it looks super natural. So that is the shade that works good for my skin tone. So really, if you're using this palette and you're finding that middle shade that everyone says is perfect because it's grey toned or really cool toned, so it looks kind of great and creates shadow, if everyone's telling you to use that and it looks muddy on you, use that shade there on the, wait, wrong side, use the shade when you're looking at it on the right side, because I was using that because I thought it would be good, and that's all I've ever been taught, and that's what I always use when I do people's makeup. I always use a grey toned bronzer, all the Hoola bronzer, which is pretty much like that kind of thing. It's like a warm tone, but it doesn't make you look like an Oompa Loompa. It just makes you have a nice contour. So yeah, if anyone's telling you to use that shade because it's what a contour shade's meant to look like, and it's making you look muddy, even if you, like I use the smallest amount, it still made me look like crap and super dark. So if everyone's telling you to use that and it looks shit, use the other shade. Use the one on the far right that's more warm toned, and use a very light hand at first and then build up as you need to, and I swear it'll work better than the other ones. Take it from me, I learned the hard way. But now for blush, I'm going to use my Australis Face of Australia blush in Primrose, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques multitask brush. I've been using this as foundation brush for so long, and I used it as my blush brush the other day, and I love the way it applied. I'm using my e.l.f. What do you call it? My e.l.f. complexion brush and the Rimmel Stay Matte powder in transparent, and just putting that on places I haven't set. Okay, so now that I've quickly done my contour on my forehead, not that I really need to, but it adds a bit of definition to the face up there. I'm going to use another new product of mine, and it is the Models Prefer Mineral Powder Soft Touch in Soft Focus, and I was meant to buy this one ages ago. I bought Photo Ready, it was called, and it was pink tone, and it made me look so ashy really. So I'm just going to take my setting brush and put it on my cheekbones. I used this brush earlier, or the other day for it. And, oh, I'm going to have to buy another one because I like it to contour as well. I'm just putting it on my brow bone, my Cupid's bow. There's my finger. And then I'm just going to quickly go over with this, which is the Savvy Trio highlighter, and just going to use that far right shade, the goldy shade, and just lightly put that over that. Okay, so back to the eyes. I'm going to go in and use my Coastal Scents Reveal 2 palette just for this, just because I want to use this dark shade here. If you have a nice, it is a warm toned dark brown shade, if you have one like that, use that, but I like this one, so I'm going to use it. Of course, that's what you do when you have things you like, you use it. I'm going to use the Real Techniques Pixie Pointer brush, I think it's called, no, accent brush, and just put that under my eyes and then blend it out. I'm going to use this e.l.f. brush, and it is the Professional Eyeshadow Brush, and I'm just going to blend that out underneath. I'm just going to hold that down a little bit. Then I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Scandalize Liner, the Kohl Kajal pencil in Nude, and put that in my waterline. And then I'm going to find a black pencil, and then I'm going to use this Essence Gel Eye Pencil and put it in my tight line, upper waterline, what do you want to call it. Okay, I'm just taking a matte brown, dark brown out of this shade. It is the my BH Cosmetics one. Doesn't matter which one. I'm just going to take this one here. Not that one. This cool tone shade here. I don't know what it's called, but just something cool tone for my eyes because they are red. Okay. So, time for mascara. Oh, my eyes are so... Look at that. Can you see how red my eye is there? That's why it looks so gross. So for mascara, look how bad my eye looks. Okay, so for mascara I'm going to be doing something that I've been doing for the last month or two, and I am obsessed doing, you wouldn't know because I haven't been doing videos. So I'm going to be using the Benefit Bad Gal Lash, and I absolutely love it. I wish I bought this when I first bought their Real. It's just so much better. And for the Lucky Bottom Lashes, I'm going to be using the Savvy Lengthening Mascara, and I've been using this for a while now, but I like it for my under eye because it's got like such a little applicator, wand, whatever. So for lips, I'm going to use the Models Prefer Infinite Colour Lip Liner in Always Nude, and it just looks like this. And it's going to line my lips. This is the Savvy High Shine Lip Lacquer in, was it Onset? Onset. So mind my eye, like I've been saying this whole time. But this is the eye look. It's coming off a bit grey, but I don't know, it's like not, but it is coming off grey on the lid. But that is the eye look. But this is the finished look, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I am trying to get more videos. Like, this is the first video I filmed in a month, and the first video that I'm going to have up in 2 months. Maybe the second, depends on if I do the one after this or not, if I just want to go to bed. I promise I will try and get more and more videos up. It's just been so hard lately with my computer and me being sick and my son not sleeping properly today at all. So I'm sorry, but I will try and get more videos up. A fact for you all, I have been doing YouTube for over a year now. Now that I've got another editing software, I will be uploading more again, like back into my week schedule. Hopefully more, but if not, at least once a week I'll be uploading. And I'm going to try and do some vlogs as well, maybe just some follow me around kind of thing for now until something interesting comes up. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like it and want to see more videos from yours truly, then give this video a big thumbs up for me. I really like that. And also subscribe to see what I do come up with next. And also, if you have any questions, requests, or just want to say hey, please put them down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And until next time, I will see you again soon. Bye!